We'll make a classic beef stew with the blade roast, which we've just trimmed up and cut into cubes, um, onions, a little bit of garlic, and we're also going to use carrots and celery, which is just your basic mirepoix. Mirepoix is basically the vegetables that are used to make various classic French stocks, and it's usually a combination of onion, carrot, and celery, sometimes fennel. Here, a very hot pan. This is what we're going to use to sear our stewing beef. And you'll remember from my previous video where I show you how to clean up and butcher this blade roast. The blade roast is an extraordinarily cheap cut, and to buy this and cut it into cubes yourself is much more inexpensive and cost effective than to buy stewing beef. You don't want to buy stewing beef. It's just ridiculously overpriced. So buy the roast yourself. And you know, this meat, all of this meat here is $10. So what I did is I roasted the meat, put it into my pot. I used my cast iron pan because it's going to brown it more effectively. And then in order to get all the brown bits off of the cast iron pan, I added in my vegetables, my mirepoix, carrots, celery, and onion, and just roasted them in the pan for a little while. Now I've added a tiny bit of stock to the pan, the cast iron roasting pan, just to deglaze it, which means to get those brown bits off of the bottom. Putting my mushrooms in, simmering them a little bit. Now they're in the pot. Here I have a little bit of beef stock that we've made with very inexpensive beef bones, like soup bones. Adding in my potatoes. I'm adding my potatoes in basically when my stew is already about 2/3 cooked. The meat is starting to soften. I add in the rest of the stock just to top it up. I don't want my potatoes in at the same time as everything else because they're going to overcook and just totally break down, and I don't want that. I want all the vegetables to sort of be whole. And here we have my thickening agent. I skimmed it first, skimmed all the foam off the top, and this is grated potato. I don't want to use flour. It's just a personal preference. I like to use grated potato to thicken things. It's very effective, and it's a little bit healthier in my personal opinion than flour. So stirring it in, and we'll just simmer it for a little while, and here you have a classic French stew. Delicious, super cheap, less than $7 for this whole meal. You can't beat it.